What's up guys? It's been a while. I haven't uploaded for 3 months, so I hope that all of my 23 subscribers are still alive. But today we're taking a look at my Turbo Hands build. With Badu introduced to the meta, a lot of decks were forced to slow it down. But this deck in particular can still outpace a lot of meta decks, and that's the game plan, to just kill your opponent's Pokemon super quickly before they can react and set up. So usually you want to go second, so you can set up your Iron Hands with Electric Generators. We got a copy of Academy at Night to make those more consistent, so we can put electric energy on top of our deck and then hit him with the Electric Generator. If you're super lucky, you can get an attack off with this turn 1, but usually you won't, which is why we have 2 copies of Miraidon in the deck. For 1 colorless energy, you can search your deck for up to 2 basic energy and attach them to your future Pokemon. So you can attach it to Iron Hands, you can attach it to Miraidon and Iron Crown. We do have 1 copy of Psychic Energy to allow us to attack with the Miraidon's second attack, and in very rare occasions we can attack with Twin Shotels with Iron Crown. We also have a copy of Squawkabilly. This is a turbo variant of the deck, which aims to set up super quickly and try to get the Ampu Very Much attack out on the first turn. We also have a copy of Iron Bundle, which is great for consistency in this deck, because sometimes your opponents will have a 2-pricer in the active, but only 1 pricer is on the bench, so you can just force them to gust up one of them for an easy KO with Amp. Our ace spec here is Prime Catcher. This deck has really poor switching capabilities outside the tools and switch, and you also need the boss to actually hit your opponent's bench Pokemon, which is why we have a lot of gusting with Counter Catcher and boss's orders. But without further ado, let's get into the video. One of the main reasons I like this deck is because even if you do go first, you still have a lot of options to set up. So even if you go first and your opponent item blocks you with Badu on the second turn, you can still set up in a way so that you might be able to go for Ampu Very Much on turn 2. Or if not, you can still just hit the Badu with Miraidon to get an early price lead. Unless they have gusting, they won't be able to KO your 2 pricers on their second turn. So even if they do, they have to use a supporter to gust on their second turn, or use Counter Catcher, which they have to be quite lucky to draw, to be honest. But against some decks, just getting that first KO is really big. With this specific hand, we don't have a research. You usually want to go research first turn just to see more cards. But here you want to get an Iron Hands on the bench and something else in the active, because you can only attach energies to your benched Pokemon with Generator. So if you have your Iron Hands in the active, it can be difficult to retreat without the future energy capsules. And you can't attach any energies to it. So right here we're actually in a bit of a tough spot, because if we find a Squawk, then we don't have something to attach with the generators, and if we don't find Squawk, then we're kind of stuck with this hand and we won't be able to do much. And we top deck the Techno Radar, which is great here. I think we should be able to go for a KO here. I'm gonna attach this here. This Psychic Energy is probably going into the discard pile, because we're getting a Squawk. First I'm just gonna check that we actually do have the Squawk, which we do. I somehow managed to always price it. We're getting a Hands and a Miraidon on the bench for now. Just price checking. We priced a couple of energies, but outside of that we didn't really price anything super important. We priced a few of our research, and we priced one of our generators and one of our Iron Crowns, but we still have our bundle. This should be good. We're just gonna shoot the generator. I might attach the Psychic Energy to our Miraidon here just to guarantee an attack. Because if we don't, we're probably not going to be going for Ampu Very Much here. We had to top deck a generator, hit 2 and top deck an energy, which we didn't. so it was wise to us of us to attach to the Miraidon. We can still only hit it for 40, but it's super easy to increase Miraidon's damage with future booster energy capsules and the Iron Crowns, because they increase this guy's damage as well. So this guy's actually a pretty good single price attacker. You can use Peak Acceleration to power itself up, and Sparking Strike does 160. With a few Miraidons in the bench, you can easily hit for enough damage to, for example, one-shot support Pokemon like Fezandipiti. You just need to increase its damage by 3 times. So 2 Iron Crowns and a Future Booster. You're never really going to be attaching anything other than Future Booster to this. Maybe Bravery Charm, but not really. So we're playing against some kind of poison deck here. I don't know what deck this could be. It might just be like a Terrapagos poison deck. Oh, it might be a Loyal 3 deck actually. Petrant. They won't be able to attack here, I think, because they don't have any energy acceleration. Yeah, they're just gonna poison us. That will not be enough to KO us, I think. Yeah, they needed the stadium in order to get the KO there. They'll be short 20 damage. But unless I can find a Future Booster here, we're gonna have to attach and manually retreat it, which will be really bad, unless we just want them to get a free KO. We're probably just gonna hit the Iono here. I'm going to play the Academy of Night and put Lightning Energy on top of it so that we have guaranteed retreat. But I don't want to attach to it yet, because if I can get a Future Booster, then I can attach to Iron Hands. Oh wait, we have the switcher. We don't even need to go for the energy play. That was stupid. That's nice though. We can hit the MP very much here to get an early price lead. The Petrant also doesn't have a lot of HP. And our next Iron Hands is going to have the Future Booster Energy Capsule. So we can pretty easily hit it with the AMP for KO. We just need to raise its damage by a bit. I don't think we have enough for that actually. I'm going to Bravery Charm this, just so it's safer from the poison. It will survive a full tick now. Gotta bench another... Oh, I should have saved this, but I'm just gonna use it for the Iron Crown now. Okay, this was maybe a bad play. I'm gonna get the Fezandipiti, but I should have saved the Nest Ball here, so they didn't know I had it. But we're gonna go for AMP regardless. And an early price lead. The Heavy Baton here is super helpful, because when this goes down, you get to attach, I think it is 3 energy from this to your branch Pokemon in any way you like. Let me double check. Yeah, 3 basic energy to your branch in any way you like. So even if you have to, you can go 3 energy from this to Fez, and you can snipe a Cruel Arrow. You can go with this to your Miraidon if you need a single price attacker. Like here, they haven't KO'd any of my Pokemon yet, so feeding them a single price attacker later in the game might be a smart play to slow down the price trade, even though we're in the lead. But you can also just use it to power up your next Iron Hands. It depends a bit on how much energy you've got on your other Pokemon. If you already have another Iron Hands powered up, then you would probably want to power up a Fez or Miraidon. In this case though, we're not going to be using this for sniping. But it can be a good late game option if you don't have a second Hands or Miraidon on your bench, or anything else you want to attack with. Because you only have 1 Psychic Energy with this list, so once that's in play, you can attack with Iron Crown or Miraidon second attack. This doesn't get powered up by the Iron Crowns though, which is unfortunate, but it makes total sense because it's not a future Pokemon. Why do they have a Sparkling Crystal on the freaking Petrant? That does nothing. This list is super weird. This is what I get for not being in Arceus League. They're not even gonna attack, they're just gonna go for Poisonous Musculature. They're not even gonna be able to KO this. If I could get any gusting options, I would just gust up the Munkidori. Unfortunately, my Prime Catcher is at the bottom of my deck, so I'm gonna use Techno Radar, just so I can get it in play. Okay, I'm just gonna discard the other Techno Radar. I don't think I'll need that. I'm getting this so I can gust. I guess this if I need damage. I think there's no reason not to play the Morty's Conviction here. Okay, so we didn't get any gusting. I'm still gonna hit this. Yeah, nothing. I don't think there's any reason to bench anything here. It's probably gonna go down to this next turn. I could try to bait him into putting this into the active and then bench the Iron Crown, but I kind of doubt they're going to do that. I'm gonna try, because even so, if they put this into the active, then it's gonna be really damaged. Anything except this will just be fine. Yeah, this was not a good play, but they fell for it. So we can just take the KO. Honestly, I think we should have just hit the Okidogi here. But we should now later be able to gust this up and hit it for 180. But we can find, no, 160. I was hoping we'd get the Iron Crown from prices. Town Store is pretty good for us even, just within the deck. Okay, that isn't safe anymore. They're just gonna shoot poison damage to kill this. It was a wise decision to charm it. Okay, this changes things though, because now this is within reach for hands to KO. I just need one more crown on the bench. So I think to win here we need Prime Catcher and another Iron Crown if they KO this. They also play Squawk for some reason. They can't use it. Pretty sure this guy's a bot, because they're not getting anything from this. At least they're hitting me for big damage, but they can't even poison this guy, so he can't even one-shot me. Ooh, poor play from him. Honestly, I misplayed, but he just fed me the Brook on it, so it didn't even matter. I'm not sure if I want to take something here. I think it's fine to take the last booster. I can't attach it to anything useful. We really want Prime Catcher. I'm not gonna super rod either. Okay, wait. Yeah, I'm not going to super rod. That's not good enough. Just gonna attach here. Might as well hit the generators. Oh wow. Okay, that is a solid amount of energy. I'm probably just gonna move these energies to Fez. Okay, so basically whatever he does next turn, I'm guaranteed win. The only thing here I think he could do that would have me struggling is if he somehow go, oh no, his bench is full, he can't. Yeah, this should just be game. He's slowly building up damage on this. Would be good enough though. Unless he has Turo. He did discard one of his Turos. Turo here could lead to some interesting plays, but I don't think he has it. Interesting. He had the Perilous Jungle, he just didn't have it earlier. But yeah, that's game. I don't like the click to attach thing, it never works properly. What do you guys think about the new update, by the way? I don't like it. I think that it's not good to... They removed trade credits so from the decks. So you can't continuously like craft the Charizard deck to farm credits anymore. Which I actually never did, but I wish I did because I'm poor. I have 30 credits. GG's anyways. Finally matched into an opponent that's actually in RC's league, almost. But yeah, what do you guys think about the new update, by the way? I like that they're adding Gym Leader Challenge and a few other formats back. But the credit things I don't like. They're making the cooler cards unavailable for crafting for the first months is just so annoying. This is possibly our worst start. We're playing against Dragapult. Choosing to go secondary was fine though. We want a Switch card. Oh, we want a... I think Arven here would be great. Okay, that's solid enough, I guess. They're starting Badoo. Okay, so they have a Drapey with 70. Finding a Prime Catcher here would be insane. Do I attach to the Fez? It's obvious they want to Badoo here. But attaching to the Fez doesn't let me attack, so I think this would be the right play. I'm gonna attach this here if I do get the Prime Catcher. No tools to this is gonna do anything. Boss isn't gonna do anything, I'm just gonna go for Switch or Prime Catcher. Nice, that's exactly what I wanted. We even hit the Nest Balls. Do I be greedy and go for... I need Prime Catcher. I got like a 1 in 6 chance and I could get the Dreepy. I use Switch to get this here. I don't think I'm going to, but I am going to... Okay, I'm getting Iron Hands of course, but I'm just thinking, should I Iron Bundle here to get one of these guys? I think the Badoo here is more valuable. I'm not going to item lock him, so he's probably going to be able to find the things he needs anyways. Item locking me doesn't really do a whole lot. Discard this. I'm not going to get the fast, the freaking Squawkabilly. I already benched Fez because I had to start with it inactive, so getting another Squawkabilly would really limit my bench space here. I'm gonna get one of these and one of these. Gonna Heavy Baton this one. I'm not gonna completely fill my bench yet. I think that would be a bad move. And I'm not sure if I need to place anything more yet. Just gonna keep it like this and take the KO on the Badoo. Miraidon's really nice to take KOs like that. Oh wow, we've priced a lot of energies. We had 6 in the deck and 3 here. That means I priced like 4 energies? I might just be bad at math. Yeah, we got one in the discard. I think we priced 3 or 4 energies. That's not good, but it's not the end of the world either, since we got the peak acceleration off. They're most likely gonna have Dragapult here. If they have a rare candy in hand, that's Dragapult ready. Yeah, of course they do. I'm just more worried to where they're gonna put the damage counters here, because this thing... I really hope they go for 30 here and 30 here, or instead of just 60 here, because if I place Lively Stadium, this is gonna have enough HP to survive another Dragapult attack. And it doesn't even matter if they have that like a Sam, because it's still gonna live on 10 HP. Okay, so now if I can find the... I just need to find the Lively Stadium, and I should be good. Gonna future booster here first. Gonna bench these two, hit a generator, and then Iono. Nice. It's gonna give him some cards, which is not ideal, but I really need to attack here. This is not what we wanted. We just need 1 energy, come on. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, it didn't really matter that we didn't hit that, because we still get to Sword Press. Right here, I think actually we don't have enough for amps, so I don't think going for the bundle here is good. We take 1 prize, but that doesn't matter. I'd rather just get this guy weaker. We can go for that next turn. We did find the Lively Stadium though, which is unfortunate. I should have checked my prices to see if it was priced before trying to find it. I would have done the same play anyways. He's probably going to try to get a few draw cloaks in play, because his draw is going to be really poor later. Switching cards? That was what I expected. I think he's going to try to get his Dragapult out of active. He will get the KO with Phantom Dive and set up another KO with Phantom Dive. It's unfortunate, but whatever. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Lively Stadium here would still be great. Gotta put the last one on Fez so that it would be possible to go for the Cruel Arrow to get a KO with these if the Dragapult it has too much HP and we only have 1 prize left. We're gonna be left with 2 prizes after KOing this. And they got a Fez on the bench, so if we do KO this, then there's still going to be a lot of cards, regardless if I have Iono them or not. We could try taking out the Fez. We would need 1 more of these guys on the bench though. Could go for the Fez with Arm Press, but they would still just have the Dragapult. I think that's worth it. I think it's still worth it to go for the Iono here. I'm gonna thin a bit with the Techno Radar first, just to take some of these with me. I'm gonna get one of. I don't think we give them another 1 prizer because we have a 2 prize board state, and they only have 3 prizes left here, and hope. I still have attachment for turn. I guess I'm just gonna give this to Fez. I wish we could have got the. Oh no, I should have attached to hands because we didn't get the baton yet. We only have 1 baton in discard. We should be fine though because we're taking a lot of cards with Ampere. Lively Stadium gives these more HP, but that doesn't matter too much. His Fez though is too juicy. I don't think he's gonna be. Oh wow, yeah, all energies. I don't think he's gonna be able to take KO here because this is 230 now because of the Lively Stadium. So I don't think it matters too much that we didn't get the Heavy Baton ready on this one as well. We still have game here if they don't Iono, which they can't at this point. Because this will live basically anything he throws at us. Prime Catcher, get one of these guys inactive, our ground, retreat, game. So I don't think there's any way he comes back from this. Unless he has Briar and some counter catcher bullshit. All of my guys still have more HP than him though. This is the first time you've seen a 290 HP Fez. That's crazy. He's not even gonna try to KO it. We also have the boss. Even if we were for some reason item locked, we'd still just boss up one of these. Oh yeah, that changes things. Well, no, it really doesn't, because now he's KOing this, but we attach the Fez and KO this because he gives up a price. I think powering up the Fez there was a really good play, because now we can go for this for game. We really just priced 4 lightning energies and still won against the best deck in format. To be fair, this might not be the best pilot of it. He's played fine though. I wouldn't criticize him too much. But yeah, this is game. He's just relying on us and not having what we need here. That's Scolaro for game. First time I've actually used Fezandipiti's attack. But it's the only thing that could have won us the game. GG's. But yeah guys, that was it for today's video. Let me know what other decks you want me to play and make a video on. If I don't have the necessary cards, it might take a while because, as you see, I'm broke as hell. But we're gonna get there. This is still one of my favorite decks, and I'm gonna try to play another variant of it in the future once I have the necessary cards that I'm missing. I'm also planning on making a control video, which is gonna be the next one, so stay tuned for that.